record. It is August 21st, 2019. This is Judge Wish, Courtroom 1, Session 1. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of the State Attorney.
Cody Jordan with the Public Defender's Office.
Adam Shaw with the Public Defender's Office.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
My name?
Yeah.
Theodore Coleman.
All right, Mr. Coleman, you're here in 2019 CF 11525. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant which probable cause was found for failing to update your driver's license as a sexual predator. I'm gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You do have reporting requirements, which I'm sure you're aware of.
Well,
And so I am gonna set your bond at $3,500.
Okay, sure.
I have,
Well, it was updating your driver's license was the issue. That's not according to the warrant. You do have a bond. Pay that bond.
All right, Mr. Coleman, if you have questions, you can call that phone number. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Timothy Walter Lafferty.
All right, Mr. Lafferty, you're here in 2018 CF 16943AO, and you were arrested pursuant to a KPS for failing to appear for pretrial on August 8th, 2019. The judge did revoke your bond and set that at none. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you if they haven't previously been appointed. And they can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond for you in that division.
That bond. Okay.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Ivan Montezers.
All right, Mr. Monteseries, you're here in 2019 CF 11881AO. You were arrested for burglary of a structure, criminal mischief over 1,000, and trespass in a structure. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office. You cannot go back to 5850 Lakehurst Drive, that business there. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case, and the bonds will stay set at 3,500, 150, and 100.
Michael Outing is mental health, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll reset him.
Jose Salinas is mental health also.
Okay. I'll reset him.
Cressida Sanchez refused.
Okay.
And Ms. Sanchez, she says in relation to ROR, looks like there are some competency issues with Ms. Sanchez.
I'm just gonna have her reset, not RORing her.
Victor Cannon bonded.
Thank you. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Sorry, McLeod.
Right, Mr. McLeod, you're here. You were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Marion County. And
Yes,
the
ma'am.
judge did set your bond at none on each count that's out of Marion County. And so Marion County has 72 hours pursuant to our administrative order, and that does not include weekends or holidays to come and pick you up. If not, you'll come back before a judge, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please tell me your name.
Cameo Bannister.
All right, Mr. Bannister, you're here in 2019 MM 6936AO. You were arrested for battery. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness. You're not to return back to any Lynx bus stop. It appears as though you've been trespassed from all Lynx bus terminals. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. I am gonna stay the bond at the $500.
Hey, Your Honor, can I get an OR bond, please?
You have 2 prior battery convictions. You have multiple arrests for felony, great bodily harm battery, and, so.
All right, do you
You're
think I
not
can get a,
getting-
do you think I can get an offer so we can just get this done and over with?
It's a victim case, and I would not take an offer today. So even if the state had an offer, which I highly doubt that they did, then.
I mean, it's a misdemeanor, like disregard all
It's a
the.
victim case, and the victim has a right pursuant to our Constitution to be heard. So there will be no offer or plea
Yeah,
today.
but it's just a waste of time. It's not even gonna make it that
Well,
far
it's
before I get a
not
plea
probably a
or.
waste of time to the state of Florida or the alleged victim in the case.
I
So
mean-
your bond is, do you want me to raise your bond? Because you do have a lot of priors here. $500 is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, but all my charges have always gotten dropped because I'm the victim.
They're
I-
not, you have prior convictions.
Yeah, but I pled out to him, and then on the felony bodily harm you're talking about got dropped.
Well, it's an arrest, and I can consider that in pursuant to the bond statute. So if you want to keep arguing, it's not going to help your case.
Well, I mean, what's the point though, man? Get the fuck off me, bro.
Excuse me?
I ain't say
Do
nothing.
you want to be held in contempt?
What I do? Y'all treat me like shit. I didn't get
You'll
my free. I didn't get my
respect
free
the
phone
people
call.
in this
Hey, bro,
court.
you better relax, bro. You better relax, bro. You better relax, bro. You gonna be fucked up. Fuck witnesses. Hey, they hate my ass. I get tired of y'all trying to treat me like shit.
All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Francesca Berry.
All right, Ms. Berry, you're here in 2019 CF 11825AO, and this is a recall from yesterday for probable cause for count 1. I did find probable cause for counts 2 and 3. And I don't know.
did email,
Oh, okay.
Officer, Deputy, David Sanchez Cuesta. I did get a response, I emailed him yesterday about 11:30 in the morning, and no more information on count 1.
Okay, so I don't find probable cause as to count 1. I am gonna ROR you on count 1, and then I'm gonna change the bond, so count 2 will be 1,000 and count 3 will be 100. And I'm not gonna take any action on your out on bond case, but Miss Berry, you need to be very careful, because if you get arrested again and a judge sees that you're out on bond on 2 separate cases, they can revoke your bond on both cases and hold you no bond, okay? tell me your name?
Melanie McCoy.
All right, Ms. McCoy, you're here in 2019 MM 6869AO. You were arrested for trespass. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Was there an offer for Ms. McCoy? This is a reset from, I believe, the weekend.
May I have one more, Your Honor?
Sure.
I believe it's a Lynx trespass.
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return to the links.
Do you know how many days she has? 5. 5, okay.
Your Honor, after speaking with my client, she does wish to accept the offer and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay.
Right now, the Lynx must take reports or you will abide by.
All right, Ms. McCoy, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes,
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
yes,
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No,
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
yes,
Okay. I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 5 days' time served. You can't go back to the Lynx bus station at 455 North Garland Avenue. You've been trespassed from there, so you need to follow the trespass warning, okay?
I have no other source of transportation.
Okay, well,
I have no money.
That's where you've been trespassed from there, so you can't go back there. If you go back, they're gonna arrest you again. And so you're just gonna end up back where you are right now. So, you're gonna have to figure that out. And I have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay that by August 21st, 2020. If you wanna appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, ma'am.
August 21st?
Sorry?
She's giving you a year to pay any court.
Oh, okay. Okay,
If you need more time, you can talk to the clerk's office.
okay. All right, thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Sherry English.
Miss Washington?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Miss Washington, you're here in 2019 MO 1472AO. And we reset this for a possible plea today because of yesterday. So you're charged with open container. I did find probable cause, and I believe I did appoint the Public Defender's Office. Did you still want to take the state's offer?
Well,
Fair time served. Time served. Did you want to take that off?
You would get out today. Is it 3 days? Okay.
3 days.
Yes. Judge needs you to set up free. Did you have any questions about what rights you're giving up?
what is rights,
You're giving up. Your Honor, I discussed the rights that she's giving up by taking this offer here today.
Does she understand all of the rights that are?
Yes, Your Honor, and she wishes to plead no contest, and she believes that this plea is in her best interest.
Okay, all right, Ms. Washington, I'm showing the plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom? You gotta speak out loud because we're being recorded.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form that Mr. Jordan explained to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand, that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
What?
If you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Deportation.
Okay, and I think I asked you yesterday if you were on probation, and you said no, so.
Oh,
So you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
deportation.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay. And you're not on probation, are you?
Not
No.
that I know.
Okay. All right. I do find a factual basis. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 3 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 21st, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, ma'am.
Okay? You're gonna go processed out right just fine.
All right, thank you. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
David Bumgart.
All right, Mr. Baumgart, you're here in 2019 CF 11887AO. You're arrested for possession of a controlled substance without a valid prescription. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I am gonna stay the bond at $1,000, and I do have to advise you that you do have reporting requirements.
Sir? Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, please tell me your name.
Bill Antonio Case.
All right, Mr. Kaysen, you're here in 2019 CF 11313AO. You were arrested pursuant to a warrant, which probable cause was found for armed burglary of a conveyance with a firearm and grand theft third degree of a firearm. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and I believe count 1 is a punishable by life felony, and stated you wanna be heard as to bond.
Yes, Your Honor, the victim states that he had returned his vehicle, the, glove box was pried open. He, was adamant that he had locked his car prior to leaving it. There were fingerprints lifted from the passenger side door. The, gun, black Taurus, 380 firearm was taken from the vehicle. The fingerprints came back to this defendant. Based on information, we would request the defendant be held on no bond.
Mr. Mr. Schultz.
Yes, there's 3 points we'd like to make. First is, the fingerprints were only in the outside of the car. Second, there was no witnesses to the break-in. And last, at this time, the owner of the car is the only person that can verify that the gun was in his car that day and stolen, Your Honor. And at this time, we request a reasonable bond set.
Okay, so I don't find proof evident presumption great in the case based on the facts before me today. I am gonna set the bond at $25,000. Count 2, I am gonna stay at the $5,000. No weapons, no firearms, no ammunition, no contact with any victim or any witness in the case. And I believe the out on bond case was no infoed yesterday. Okay, so, I'll take no action on that. I don't believe it's no longer a pending case, okay? Mr. Casey? Gesundheit.
They dropped it?
Yeah, they no infoed it, okay?
All right. And I was in jail when they were trying.
Well, I believe the warrant actually reflects that you were not in jail at the time of the offense in the new case. All right, please tell me your name.
Andrew Edwards.
All right, Mr. Edwards, you're here in 2019 CF 11866AO. You're arrested for criminal mischief under $200 and aggravated stalking with a credible threat. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defenders. Well, you did not fill out a form, excuse me, for the public defender's office. Were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
Yeah, I have one already.
Okay, who was that?
I don't remember the name.
Bryce Atkins is the private attorney that's filed a notice of
Oh, so
appearance.
he
in
did file a
both-
notice of appearance?
In both of his other cases.
Okay, have you spoken with Mr. Akins about this case?
No, I haven't.
Okay, does he have other cases that he's out on release on? Oh, okay, all right, it's not stamped an add-on, so I wasn't sure, okay. All right, so for purposes of today, I won't appoint the public defender, but what I'll do is I'll set a determination of counsel hearing in a week. And if you haven't hired Mr. Akins or another attorney, then we can revisit the public defender, because it's important that you have representation, okay? So we'll set that, in a week. And so for purposes of your conditions of release in the case, you're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. You're not to return back to the victim's, community subdivision, I believe. Do we have a name of the subdivision? The address, I believe, is the 1122 Priority Circle. Did you have a victim sheet? Cause I don't have that, so I don't have a specific address.
1122 Priory Circle.
Okay, that's what okay. So you're not to return back to that subdivision either. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness or the victim's family. You're not to have any unsupervised contact with any minor child under the age of 18. Your bond will remain set on count 1 at 100, and I'm setting count 2 at 5,000. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Matthew Horner.
All right, Mr. Holland, you're here, or Horner or Holland?
Horner.
Okay, I have Mandy Holland.
She's downtown Fort.
Okay, we'll reset her. All right, Mr. Horner, you're here in 2019 CF 11883AO. And you were arrested for trafficking in 4 grams of fentanyl or more, possession of fentanyl, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. It appears as though you're not gonna qualify for the public defender, but let me just go over this with you. Do you work, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where do you work?
Gilvan Enterprise.
Okay, and then do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly?
Weekly.
Okay, and then, how much do you get paid after taxes?
I just started the job last week and it was,
Have you received it?
$450. I got one check, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and it was how much?
$450.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna amend this to $450, and you have no children?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I am gonna find that you qualify for the public defender. I'm gonna appoint them to represent you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
And you're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, no weapons, no firearms, and no ammunition. The bond schedule in the case is $100,000, count 2 is $150, and count 3 is $100, so the public defender can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond for you. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Gerald Mano.
All right, Mr. Mano, you're here in 2019 CF 11852AO. You were arrested for driving while license suspended or revoked as a habitual traffic offender. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender in that case. I'm gonna stay the bond at the 2,500 in 19 CT 6172 and 19 CT 6173. You're charged with no motor vehicle registration and attaching a tag plate not assigned to a vehicle. I'm gonna appoint the public defender in that case as well. The bond on count 1 will stay set at 500 and count 2 at 100. You're not to drive without a valid driver's license. All right, please tell me your name. Thank you.
Michael Martin, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Martin, you're here in 2019 CF 11884AO. You're arrested for possession of cocaine and tampering with evidence. And,
And Your Honor, I did note that there was no testing of the alleged substance, as well as the fact that it was simply removed from his person inside the police car.
Ms. Kennedy Swanson, it wasn't tested.
State request 24 hours.
Okay. So I'm gonna give the state the 24 hours. I'm not really sure why the bond's set at that amount. So I am gonna reduce the bond at count 1 to 1,000. Count 2 will be 150. I believe that there is tampering based on the, it being found in the drain. But I guess we don't know if, are you arguing no probable cause for both, Mr. Jordan?
I would argue that as to both, but tampering with physical evidence, I think that would depend on whether or not this was physical evidence. So
Okay.
if it had not been tested and it was simply chalk from the road after the test, I
Right.
don't believe it would be PC for count 2 either.
Okay.
That is a
All
possibility.
right, so we'll just reset this for purposes of probable cause. I am gonna reduce the bonds though, in the case. And then there's an additional case, 19 CT 6174. That's the driving, while under the influence with property damage. And so I do find probable cause for that offense. And I am gonna appoint the public defender's office. The bond will stay set at $1,000. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances or any alcohol. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. And then we'll just reset the first case for tomorrow. I did reduce the bonds, and if you're able to bond out, you can bond out. sir, please tell me your name.
Travis McCaskill.
All right, Mr. McCaskill, you're here in 2019 CF 11886AO. You're arrested for driving while license suspended with 2 prior convictions. I do find probable cause, and I am gonna appoint the public defender's office. You're not to drive without a valid license. I'm gonna put you in the pretrial release program, okay? You need to make sure that you follow all of those requirements. You can't drive without a valid license. If you get arrested on any new law violation, your release can get revoked, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, please tell me your name.
Tracy Milligan.
All right, Ms. Milligan, you're here in 2019 CF 11885AO. You're arrested for possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender's office. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I am going to stay the bond at the $15,000, and the public defender can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond if you can't meet that bond. Please tell me your name, sir.
Moody.
Mr. Moody, you're here in 2019 CF 11479. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant which probable cause was found for sale and delivery of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a child care facility, delivery of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience business, and sale and delivery of cocaine. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And I will stay the bonds in those cases at $7,500 on count 1, $2,500 on count 2, and $500 on count 3. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And I am revoking your release in 2016 CF 15755AO. And I'm sure that your
Yeah.
attorney will get you in front of the judge as soon as possible in that case.
Your Honor, there's no way that, I can be at mercy of the court because I have emergency. I have 2 twins and I want to have a distressed woman who, has nowhere to go and no type of income.
Mr.,
there
if
any
you're
way-
represented by Mr. Halim, I would get in touch with him as soon as possible. He can file a motion.
Okay, thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Samuel Morrison.
Do we know what happened to Richard Schuler?
He's further down the list, Your Honor.
He's what, further down the list? Okay. Mr. Morrison, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, 2017 CF 14818AO, you were arrested pursuant to capias. It looks like a probable cause order. And this, did the state file an information? I believe the state probably filed an information. I don't have that information here, but if it's a probable cause order, then that's my guess. It's a 2017
Yes,
case,
you
so.
filed in November of last year.
Okay, so you're charged by information with possession of methamphetamine. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I'm appointing the PD if I didn't already say that, and your bond will stay set. I can't change the capias, so I'm gonna have to stay the capias at the 2,500, okay? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Willie Nieves.
All right, Mr. Nieves, you're here in 2019 CF 11469. And have you spoken with an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay, did you fill out a form for the public defender?
I have a private attorney.
Okay, I just asked you if you talked to an attorney.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, not me personally, no. but my wife did, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Who's the attorney, do you know?
I don't know his name, no ma'am.
Okay. Were they planning on being here today?
I don't know if he knew I was gonna be here today or not.
Okay.
I just got transported from, Volusia.
Okay, all right. Okay, so, do you want me to appoint the public defender for you
No.
today?
No, I'm okay now.
No, okay. So you've been charged, by a warrant in which probable cause was found for, racketeering, conspiracy to sell or deliver cannabis over 20 grams, and that's 2 counts of that, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. And, I'm gonna, we've had a lot of your co-defendants come by and through here, so I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did on those cases for you, which is set the same bonds on those cases. So count 1 will be $5,000, count 2 will be $2,500, count 3 will be $150, and count 4 will be $150. So it's very important that you speak with an attorney. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're not to have any contact with any listed witnesses or co-defendants in the case. And I'm gonna set you for a do you think you'll be able to bond out, Mr. Nieves?
I think I can. What's the
Okay.
total on everything again?
So you've got 75, what is the total? 78, okay, so 7,800.
Okay, I should be able to, yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
well, we'll just set in an abundance of caution and determination a council hearing in a week. And if you bond it out, you don't need to be here. If not, they'll bring you back here and we'll discuss the public defender again, or if you've spoken with an attorney, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, all right. All right, please tell me your name.
David Rowan.
All right, Mr. Rowan. You're here in 2019 CF 10823AO. You're arrested for pursuant to a capias, and appears the state's filed an information charging you with petty theft with 2 prior convictions, and probable cause has already been found in that case. So you're not to return back to the Walmart at 3838 South Cimarron Boulevard or have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case, and your bond is set at $2,500. All right, please tell me your name.
Richard Schuler.
Okay. Mr. Schuler. You're here in 2019 CF 4106AO, and you are arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your case management conference on August 14, 2019. The judge in that case did revoke your release and set your bond at none on each count. Does he have the PD? Yes, you do have the public defender's office. They can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond for you. I will take no action on your out on bond case. I don't know what's going on with that, but if you have any court dates, you don't want to miss those. All right, please tell me your name.
Jason Tobar.
All right, Mr. Tovar, you're here in 2019 CF 11799AO, and the state's filed an information in your case charging you with second-degree felony murder and burglary of a dwelling with an assault or battery, and probable cause was found as to that offense, and the state's filed charges. Did you fill out a form for the public defender, or have you spoken with an attorney?
No, yeah, to an attorney.
Okay, have you hired an attorney?
Yeah, back in 2015. I gotta make sure he's still good.
Okay, well, I'm talking about this case. Have you spoken? to
Yeah,
an
this is from
attorney?
2015.
Then you say he spoke at the original incident?
Okay.
and he filed.
Was that Mr. Roger Scott?
Roger Scott, yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, do you want me to appoint the public defender today for you?
No.
Are you sure?
Is there like a plea or something?
No, these are both punishable by life felonies, so if I find that proof is evident and presumption is great, I can hold you at no bond on both of the offenses. And so you may want some representation today.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, please.
okay.
We would not have any argument as to this, as to that.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, either way, I mean, I don't want him sitting in here without an attorney, and he hasn't even spoken with Mr. Scott yet. And I'm sure that he would want to be paid before he was representing somebody,
I already
so-
paid him back in 2015.
Okay, all right. So, I'm gonna appoint the public defender regardless, just for purposes at least for today. And State, did you wanna be heard as to bond on
Yes.
counts 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor, the defendant should be held at no bond based on proof, evidence, presumption, grade. The victim, Mr. Rodriguez, says that, this defendant and two other co-defendants came into his home to rob him. He was able to get a knife. He was able to stab this defendant and a co-defendant inside the residence. There are multiple witnesses that see the defendants leaving, fleeing the scene. Mr. Rodriguez, the victim, knew him, for at least many years and was able to identify him by name, not just sight. The co-defendant, Mr. Buhner, was stabbed multiple times. He was transported to Osceola Regional Medical Center, and then he was transferred to ORMC, where he did later die. Based on them trying to commit the robbery inside of Mr. Salazar's home, the fact that this defendant was identified along with the deceased co-defendant as the people that were inside his house trying to rob him. Based on that information, we believe that the defendant should be held at no bond. No contact with any co-defendants. Only the third co-defendant has been identified. No contact with Mr. Rodriguez. No return to the residence. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
Okay, and Mr. Jordan, I know you said you did not have any argument. Did you wanna? Okay. So, I have reviewed all of the probable cause documentation provided to the judge who signed the capias. It's extremely detailed. So based on my review of that, as well as, the state's recitation of some specific facts, I do find proof evident presumption great on counts 1 and 2. And I am gonna hold, Mr. Tobar at no bond on each count. And so these are your conditions of release if you are to be released at any point in the future. But you may not contact anybody from the Orange County Jail either. So you're not to have any contact with any listed victim, any witness, or any co-defendant. You're not to have any contact with any of the victim's family members either. And that includes the living victim as well as the deceased victim. You're not to return back to the residence of the victim. I'm not sure if the victim still lives there. It's the 10831 Windsor Walk Drive, apartment number 107. Is there any reason for you to go back to the Palms residential condos? Okay, so you're not to return back there. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. And so I would get in touch with Mr. Scott as soon as possible, but you do have the public defender, because I didn't want you sitting in there unrepresented, okay? So if you have
Okay.
any questions, Mr. Jordan will give you that phone number and you can call that number, okay?
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Nicholas Todd.
Mr. Todd, you're here in 2018 CF 13140AO. You were arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for pretrial conference on July 24, 2019. The judge forfeited your bond and set your bond at none in that case. And I believe you have the public defender? No? Conflict counsel. So you do have an attorney in the case. You want to contact them and they can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond in Division 22. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Chad Chernillo.
All right, Mr. Triniello, you're here in 2018 CF 13642AO. You were arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for a status hearing on May 29, 2019. The judge did set your bond at none. Does he have an attorney? So you do have an attorney in the case. George Gibralt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you want to make sure you contact him and he can file any appropriate motions with regards to getting a bond for you in that division, Division 17. And it appears as though you also have a hold for Brevard County. I have no idea what that is, but it's a VOP. Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Samuel Vieira Cruz.
First, Mr. Vieira Cruz. You're here in 2019 CF 11877AO. You're arrested for attempted dealing in stolen property, petty theft as a retail offense, and trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You are not to return back to both of these locations. You're not to go back to the Cash Pond America at 13065 South Orange Blossom Trail. And you're not to return back to Home Depot at 13121 South Orange Blossom Trail. You're to abide by any trespass warnings. And I'm gonna stay the bond at 1,000 on count 1, 100 on counts 2 and 3. You're out on release in multiple cases. 2019 CF 6920AO, 2019 CF 6919AO, and 2019 CF 6790AO. I'm revoking those releases and setting them at none. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Waldo.
All right, Mr. Waldo, you're here in 2019 CF 11896. You were arrested for possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a place of worship with intent to sell or deliver, trafficking in cocaine greater than 20 grams, less than 150 kilograms, and possession of heroin. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're not to possess any illegal substances without a valid prescription, no weapons, no firearms, no ammunition. Count 1, I'm gonna reduce to 150. Count 2 will stay at 50,000, and count 3 will be 150.
The way this works is,
So what count one you're on?
I set it at 150, and then just kept the 50,000.
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name.
Mercedes Ward.
All right, Ms. Ward, you're here in 2019 CF 7427AO. Looks like the Office of Statewide Prosecutions filed an amended information charging you with 1 count of human trafficking for commercial sexual activity. I believe that is just an F1. And probable cause has been found, information was filed. I'm gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim, witness, or your co-defendant, Mr. Bell. No weapons, no firearms, no ammunition, and other conditions that were placed on the capias by the court was that you're not to travel outside of Orange County, Florida until further order of the court. So if you wanna leave Orange County, Florida, you're gonna have your attorneys file a motion to allow you to do so. So you have to stay in Orange County. Again, no contact directly or indirectly with any co-defendant or any state witnesses, no physical weapons or anything like that. And your bond is set at $100,000, so the public defender can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond for you in that division, Division 22.
Your Honor, I would note that the judge who signed the capias did cross out the may not be modified and noted
Right.
that he
I'm
may
not-
be modified.
I'm not changing it today.
Okay.
I have really no facts before me, so I'm not in a position, there's nothing in the court file, I'm not in a position to review any facts, and I know nothing about it, and the judge in that case did review the facts, which I'm not privy to, okay? Right.
Ted Watson is recusal, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll reset Mr. Watson. We'll give him one opportunity. Or is it Tammy Watson?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. We'll give her one opportunity. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Mark Allen Davis, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Davis, you're here in 2019 CO 899. You were arrested for soliciting without a permit. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Davis?
Yes, Your Honor. And my client agrees to plead no contest, and the offer was adjudicated guilty and credit time served.
All right, Mr. Davis, I'm showing you this plea form.
Yes,
Is this
ma'am.
your signature at the bottom?
Yes, it is.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
I did.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No,
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
I do understand this.
All right, I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna give you a year to pay them off. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 21st, 2020. If you wanna appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir.
Thank you.
Must be something in please tell me your name, sir.
Tariq Dorset.
All right, Mr. Dorset, you're here in 2019 MO 14760. You're arrested for state misdemeanors. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Was there an offer for, Mr. Dorset?
Yes, Your Honor. Can I just have one moment with my client? Your Honor, my client pleads no contest and agrees to the terms of the state, which is adjudicated guilty, credit time served, and no return.
2 days, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Dorset, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You've been trespassed. You can't go back to that Lynx bus station at 455 North Garland Avenue, okay? If you go
Yes, ma'am.
back, you're probably gonna get arrested again. And I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 21st, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name.
Lisa Clark.
All right, Ms. Clark, you're here in 2019 MM6968AO. You're arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I don't know what yesterday we received an email about stuff happening at the State Attorney's Office and this video, and if you don't have something within 6 months,
I
so,
don't know anything about that, so,
yeah,
I don't know.
so, yeah.
But we have no objection to ROR.
Okay, so you may, I did appoint the PD, you may wanna talk to them, because now with the marijuana laws being in flux, and sort of changing, there's now some types of diversion which, may apply to you. So, you may wanna get with the Public Defender's Office. If they do decide to file an information, you may qualify for that, and, charges end up getting dropped, but I can't, it's not up to me, and I don't have any control over that. So I am gonna release you on your own recognizance, Ms. Clark. You can't possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. Make sure you keep in touch with your attorneys, and they know how to get in touch with you, and don't miss any court dates if you get any, okay? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Carl Dunlap, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Dunlap, you're here in 2019 MM6962AO. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause in that case. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I don't know if there's an offer for him today.
I did make an offer because of the out-of-county warrant.
Oh, okay.
Was it a failure to appear?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was a probation.
There's another one that doesn't have a bond. Somebody does not have a bond, that's a failure to appear. She has the same charge, that's a failure to appear.
All right. Ma'am, one moment, trying.
Sure.
State will make an offer of adjudication, 5 days, credit for 2.
Can you say it one more time? Sorry.
adjudication 5 days with credit for 2 days.
And I
Credit
would
for
have
2
to,
days.
I would have to impose court costs, and then he does have a bond in the, St. Johns County case. It's a $2,000 bond, and, I'm showing on the warrant or the teletype that it is a failure to appear, so that are you on probation, sir, at
No,
all?
ma'am.
Anywhere? Okay.
No, ma'am.
All right.
Can I,
If you-
It just a failure to appear, ma'am.
No, that's fine. If you're on probation and you admit to a new offense, then it can automatically violate your probation, so that's why we were talking about that. If you resolve this case today, you won't have to come back to court, and you can also bond out on the other case. If not, St. Johns County will come and pick you up. And they have 72 hours to do that within our administrative order. If they don't, then you'll come back before another judge or myself, okay?
All right.
So if you want to accept the offer, you can do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, it's 5 days, right?
5 days
Yes.
with credit for 2 days.
All right.
So you'll spend a couple more days here. I don't know if St. Johns County will pick you up between now and then, or I don't know if you're able to bond. It just depends on what day would he get out, if he bonded out and then also served his sentence? Huh? Friday? So, I don't know if that's within 72 hours anyway. Until his time is up. Okay, so the 72 hours starts when your sentence is served, finished being served, okay? All right, Mr. Dunlap, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom? I need you to speak out loud because we're
Yes,
being
ma'am.
recorded. Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit. I'm gonna sentence you, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 21st, 2020. That gives you a year to pay them off. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. All right, please tell me your name.
Cameron Esposito.
All right, Ms. Esposito, you're here in 2019, MM 6971AO. You were arrested for petty theft. I do find probable cause, and I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I don't know if the state will have an offer for you.
We do not, Your Honor.
Okay. So, I am gonna order that you're not to return back to the Wahlburgers at 200 South Orange Avenue. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. And I'm gonna stay the bond at the $250. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Tiffany Holman.
All right, miss. Huh? Okay, so she's bonded? Okay. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Cornelius Jones, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Jones, you're here in 2019, MM 6969AO. You're arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Jones?
Yes, we have no objection to ROR or adjudication for time served of 2 days.
can I have 1 minute to talk to my client, Your Honor?
Sure.
Your Honor, my client's going to plead no contest to the terms that the state offered.
All right, Mr. Jones, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom? Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 21st, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
My name is Peter Osorio.
All right, Mr. Osorio, you were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Seminole County, and the judge set your bond at none on each count. And so Seminole County has 24 hours to come and pick you up. If not, then you'll come back before a judge, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Judge, which in 24 hours I come back before a judge?
Probably me,
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please tell me your name.
Marshall Pollock.
All right, Mr. Pollock, you're here in 2000, oh, whoops. You were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Lake County, and you do have bonds in the case at $2,000 on count 1 and 2, and $1,000 on counts 3 and 4. And Lake County has 24 hours to come and pick you up pursuant to our administrative order. If they don't do that within time frame, then you'll come back before me probably, okay? All right. If you can bond out, you can bond out, okay? All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Sneed, Gina.
All right, Ms. Sneed, you were picked up on an Osceola County warrant, and the judge did set your bond at $1,000. And so if you can bond out, you can bond out. If not, Osceola has 24 hours to come and pick you up with pursuant to our admin order. If they don't do that, then you'd come back before me, okay? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Ale Herrera.
All right, Mr. Herrera, you're here. It looks like you come back before me because there's an immigration detainer now placed on you, and I do have to advise you of that. And so they should provide you a copy. Do they give them a copy of the detainer?
I'm aware of that.
Sorry?
I'm aware of that.
They gave you a copy of it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, you know, I would speak with your attorney about that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Cameron Davis.
Okay.
State had no objection to the motion, Your Honor.
Okay. Does he have any failures to appear?
Your Honor, no prior history.
No prior history? Okay. Davis, you're here in 2019 MM 6372AO. Your attorneys have filed a motion for non-monetary release conditions. And so all of the conditions that were imposed at the initial appearance are still gonna apply, okay? So I'm gonna grant your motion, but you can't have any contact with any listed victim or witness. And you can't go back to, where you were trespassed from, okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So I am gonna grant your motion. Make sure that you keep in touch with your attorneys. Are you residing at 1812 Peakview Court in Orlando?
Yes.
Okay, so that needs to be a place where they can send you information and that they have a way of getting in touch with you. If you don't show up to a court date, then the judge can set your bond at none,
Sure.
just so you understand. Okay? All right. As of right now, you do not have a next court date. The state has not charged you formally with an information, but once they do, if they decide to do so, you'll get an arraignment date. You're gonna need to show up to that arraignment date at the downtown courthouse or wherever it's set, okay? So you need to make sure that your attorneys can get in touch with you. Do you understand? Okay. Need to make sure you understand. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Rich Thompson.
All right, Mr. Thompson, I believe you're here for a plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is 2019 MO 1458AO. And I have that the offer from the city was a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served, $223 in court costs, and a $10 filing fee. Do we know how many days credit for time served you have? 8? Thank you. Did you want to plead no contest, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you're charged with open container violation. All right, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'm gonna withhold adjudication, sentence you to 8 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 8 days time served. There's $223 in court costs and a $10 filing fee. And I'm gonna order that you pay those by August 21st, 2020, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, we ready on the 33-day motion? Okay, 2019 CF 10221AO, Norberto Antonio Rivera.
Be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 9529AO Kervins Raymond. I previously denied this motion, the same exact motion, and advised the reasons why I denied it, and the public defenders filed another motion. And so I've advised previously that the proper motion to file is a motion to set bond. So
They filed it again.
for the same motion, for the same reasons, the proper motion to file is a motion to set bond. I'm gonna make a note on the order as to those findings and deny that.
I'll get in contact with them after court.
2019 CF 6039AO Courtney Marie Strobel.
We denied the state filed information this morning.
Do you know when they, what date did you say?
This morning.
Oh, so 8/21? Okay, I'd just like to put that on there.
Yes. It's an email this morning and the ASA ran a report to file.
All right, 2019 CF 10312AO Quintillo Junior Guzman.
That was filed on 8/20, should be denied.
That will be denied. Two 2019 CF 10420AO Gwinson Clerger.
That should be denied. The state filed information and a request to transfer from felony to misdemeanor on 8/20.
That will be denied. Two 2019 CF 10322AO Howard Edward Jones III.
Granted, the state filed a notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 MM 356AE Carl Alvin Jones.
Mr. Jones, it should be granted. The state filed a notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That will be granted. Two 2019 CF 10177AO Robert Earl Williams.
That should be granted. The state filed a notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 9881AO Alice Morales. It looks like her bond was revoked on August 4th.
That should be denied. The state filed information on 8/20.
Okay. Two 2019 CF 10339AO Judy Frederick.
The state has not made a decision in that case.
So that will be granted. Two 2019 CF 10371AO Kevin Ortiz Felix.
That should be granted. The state filed a notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That will be granted. All right, anything else? No. Okay, we'll be in recess until 1 o'clock. tell me your name.
Auden Copeland.
All right, Ms. Copeland. You're here in 2019 CF 11894AO. You're arrested for grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. I do find probable cause. I don't have a public defender form filled out for you. Did you fill one out? Okay, were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
Yes.
Okay, have you spoken with an attorney? Okay, all right, I'm gonna, order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with the victim in the case. You do qualify for the pretrial release program. I'm gonna put you in the pretrial release program. You won't have to post a bond. You need to make sure that you comply with all of their requirements and they have a correct contact information and everything, you know, to get in touch with you, and you do everything you're supposed to do. If you don't, then your release can get revoked, okay? So it's important that you hire an attorney so that if the state does file charges, you can make sure you have your court dates, okay? All right, please tell me your name.
John Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones. You're here in 2018 CF 11723AO. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant for a violation of probation, and the judge did set your bond at none in that case. And you did not fill out a form for the public defender. Were you hiring an attorney?
Yeah, I have one, yes.
Okay, who is that?
It's Heather Trick.
Okay, have you spoken with her about the violation of probation?
Yeah, she knows about everything. I just got here this morning, so I wasn't able to call her. They
Okay.
were on lunch, I think, so I was gonna try.
Okay, so
later.
you'll be seen by Judge Whitehead in a week to 10 days, could be a little bit sooner. So if for some reason she doesn't file a notice of appearance or she's not representing you, you can address that with Judge Whitehead, okay?
Your Honor, she has filed a notice of
Oh,
appearance.
okay.
I just wanted to say, okay.
Thank you, okay.
You're good.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Mine, Mangum.
Mangum? Okay. All right, Mr. Mangum, you're here in 2019 CF 11890AO. You're arrested for burglary of an occupied structure, petty theft as a retail offense, and trespass in a structure. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And, you're not to return back to the 7-Eleven at 12298 South Apopka Island Road or have any contact with any listed victim or witness, and you must abide by all trespass warnings. I am gonna stay the bond at 5,000 on count 1. Count 2 will be 100, and I'll reduce count 3 to 100. Thank you. All right, please tell me your name.
Sonia Marie Mitchell.
Ms. Mitchell. You're here in 2019 CF 11895AO. You were arrested for fleeing and attempting to elude a law enforcement officer, driving while license revoked as a habitual traffic offender, resisting an officer without violence, and refusing to obey a police officer. If you find probable cause, I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. So you're not to drive without a valid license. And your bond on count 1's gonna be 7,500, count 2 1,000, counts 3 and 4 100 and 100, and I'm also putting you in the pretrial release, so it's bond plus pretrial release. You need to make sure you comply with all of those requirements. please tell me your name, sir.
Renoir Amari Powell.
All right, Mr. Powell. You're here in 2019 as CF 11891AO. You're arrested for possession of fentanyl and possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm gonna stay the bond at 1,000 on count one, 100 on count two. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're to abide by all those you can't go back to that store. So the Super Coin Laundromat at 521 Silver Star Road. You can't go back there. And you're out on bond in 2019 CF 7872AO. I am gonna revoke the bond, but I'm gonna reset your bonds. I believe they were 250, 1,000, and 250. So I'm restating and reinstating the bonds in those cases. It was 250, 1,250.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Were they 250, 1,000, 250?
That's what I believe they were at initial appearance. Correct? Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, please tell me your name.
Demetrius Spires.
All right. You're here in 2019 CF 11893AO. You're arrested for grand theft, 3rd degree. I do find probable cause. Well, you did not fill out a form for the public defender. Did you want me to appoint them to represent you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please, that would be so nice.
Okay, do you work?
Yes, I do. I'm a working girl.
Okay, and do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly?
Sometimes weekly, sometimes right on the spot.
Okay, and then how much do you get paid weekly?
Weekly? Depends on if I got red bottoms on, might be 1,000.
Okay, is that, I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Thank you, sweetie. Thanks so
Please
much.
don't call me sweetie, my name is Judge Wish.
Oh, thank you, Miss Carly.
Don't call me by my first name either.
Thank you, Miss Wish.
Judge Wish.
Judge Wish.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Judge Wish.
All right. You're not to return back to the 7-Eleven at 327 South Orange Blossom Trail. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or any witness in the case. You must abide by all trespass warnings, and your bond will be stayed at the $2,500.
Thank you so much, Miss Judge Wish.
All right, please tell me your name.
Marcus Thomas.
All right, Mr. Thomas. You're here in 2019 CF 11902AO. You're arrested for possession of MDMA, tampering with physical evidence, possession of alcohol on the street, sidewalk, or alleyways, trespass in an occupied structure or conveyance. And I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. With regards to the tampering, I don't know if that's the alcohol or the drugs, but he says tampering with physical evidence for discarding the bag as he fled. So it's not, I mean, within the four corners, dumping the alcohol out could be tampering. So, Ms. Kennedy Swanson, do you have any argument as to that? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna ROR you on count 2. Count one will stay at $1,000, counts 3 and 4 will stay at $100 on, each count. So I don't find the PC for count 2. You're to abide by all trespass warnings, you're not to return back again to the Super Coin Laundromat at 5210 Silver Star Road. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I'm gonna revoke the release in 2019 CF 10000, but I am reinstating the bonds, but I'm doubling them at 2,000 on count 1 and 1,000 on count 2. Did Biscayne open Hera bond out, I think, and Gomez?
Fernando Gomez?
I have Fernando Gomez,
He bonded.
okay, and Biscayne open Herrera. It's a really long name. Huh? 1902489 Okay, and then 1902491.
He's ROR.
Okay. So this one was ROR. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Christopher Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson. You're here in a couple cases, 2019 CF 11889AO, and you were arrested for aggravated fleeing and attempting to elude a law enforcement officer with property damage or injury, aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer with a motor vehicle, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, and resisting an officer without violence. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office. I don't believe that the drugs were NIC tested in the affidavit. Same as in the second case, 2019 CF 11888AO. He was arrested for sale and delivery of cocaine and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. I don't believe that the drugs that were purchased were tested on scene.
So, state of objection ROR is count 3 on the 11889, and ROR has to count 1, I guess, in the 11888 case.
So there's no probable cause for counts 3 and 4 in 11889.
We are, I think on cannabis, the officer himself doesn't need a field test for cannabis.
That's true.
So that's why the objection, the ROR was count 3, not to count 4.
Oh, I thought you said count 4.
No.
Okay, all right. Okay, sorry, so just count 3, and then in 11888, that's what you're talking about, the other?
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right. All right, so state's not requesting an additional 24 hours in 2019 CF 11888 either. So we'll start with those cases. So aggravated fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer, your bond will be set at $25,000. Count 2 will be $5,000. I'm gonna ROR you on count 3. Count 4 will be $150. Count 5 will be $100. And then in the next case, I'm RORing you on count 1 due to no probable cause. Count 2 will be $2,500. And then there may be an issue with the on-view VOP in 2012 CF 7290AO. It appears as though you're not on probation in that case. However, you are on probation, and you just began probation in January once you were released from the Department of Corrections in 2016, CF 1788. So there is probable cause for an on-view violation of probation in that case. My guess is that they'll be filing that. There is a 5-day hold. I do find probable cause for that based on the new law offenses. And so the bond will be set at none at this time on that, and then the on-view VOP can be corrected. And I'll appoint the PD in all 3 cases for you, and they can file any appropriate motions with regards to that. Okay, I'm finding I pursuant to 94806(1)C, I'm finding a violation of probation. I can ROR on the on-view, but I do find it, I can print out my own warrant. I have the form here. Okay, so they'll be filing another on-view in that case. Okay, will I see him tomorrow on that? No, okay. Oh, and sorry, he needs to come back because I need to impose certain conditions. So he's not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, no contact with any listed victims or witnesses, no weapons, no firearms, no ammunition. And that's it. All right, please tell me your name.
Heather Lynn Parker.
All right, Ms. Parker, you're here in 2019, MM 6978AO. You were arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you in 2019 CT 6183AO. You're arrested for driving while license suspended or revoked with knowledge. I do find probable cause for that offense, and I am gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office. I'm gonna place you in the pretrial release program in both cases, and you're not to drive without a valid license, and you're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription.
And you're in a state head of mission or in those cases.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Ms. Richard Rivera.
Okay. Is Mr. Ariel Soto?
Yvonne, Your Honor.
Okay. Take no action on that. And then Rivera Pagan? Okay. All right, sir, you're here in 2019 MM 570AA. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Rivera Pagan?
There was not, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ma'am, I just don't understand why do you guys offer somebody else something and, you know, I mean, it's not fair for me to not to get an offer, which I only got a trespassing charge.
Okay, well,
Can
it
I
is
plead
a-
to the bench, please?
I'm not taking an offer today. It's a victim crime, so, You're not to return back to 6801 Forest City Road.
Ma'am, if you really read the affidavit, I mean, I really
That's the
commit
7-Eleven.
no
You're
crime.
not to go back there. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription.
Now I'm gonna have to be here to what, 30 days?
I'm gonna stay the bond at the $500.
Ma'am, can I see, can I do something? I mean, it's only a trespass charge. And
No,
then
I
I
mean,
was
I'm-
stopped I was, if you really read the affidavit, I was stopped in
You
the
could
sidewalk.
plead, you could plead to the bench, but I would tell you, you'd probably be here for more than 30 days anyway.
I'll plead to the bench.
No, Your Honor,
Can I plead to the bench, please?
Your Honor.
I mean,
please.
give me whatever you wanna give me.
You can
No.
plead to the bench, but he's got 9 felonies, 39 misdemeanors, 59 unknowns. He's got an active warrant out of New Jersey,
Can I just talk to him just?
and the facts of the case are not impressive.
I got a what? What's all his felonies about?
Those are the felonies that you have on your rap sheet. So I would listen to your attorney, and if he's telling you not to plead to the bench, you may wanna listen to him.
Yeah, but I wanna take care of it because I'm still gonna be here 30 days.
I
I'm
know,
waiting
but
for the chair
I
charge.
can tell you that I don't tell people what I'm going to give them,
If you guys
and
know how to read the affidavit, then I mean,
Stop.
that shouldn't even be no problem of dropping that case, you know?
so the maximum that you can get is 365 days in the Orange County Jail.
So she's telling you, at this point in time, it's not
So
going
then I can come back tomorrow and try to see if I can make they can make another offer or
State's
something.
not
But
gonna
every
make
time
an
I see that
offer.
lady,
Stop.
she don't got an offer for me. Every time I see that lady, she don't got an offer for me, or the older lady.
Yeah.
So they got something with me.
Your Honor, can we just move on to the next case? He's going to plead not guilty, if I may,
Okay.
if that's fine.
Sure.
Thank you.
I don't have no body out there.
No. Thank you, Your Honor. That was the last one? Okay.
And Mr. White? Mr. White, all right. All right, anything else? All right, we'll be in recess until tomorrow.